Welcome to Life is Strange. This is a game that came out on Friday. It's kind of like a point-and-click game in the vein of The Walking Dead, especially in the part where your choices are supposed to affect the way the storyline plays out. We'll see if this one actually has a much better execution than The Walking Dead, which I imagine is not very hard, but only one way to find out. So the premise of the game is you're playing as a girl, and you'll meet her right here at the beginning. So right here, your choices give you consequences. Decisions will impact the past, present, and future. Choose wisely. And sadly, one thing that I notice in this game is when the camera is panning and characters are talking, the characters may repeat them, or repeat a syllable or two. You'll see what I mean when we get to the classroom. But in the meantime, here we are in the woods. So there's our protagonist, blacked out in the woods. You may think that she's a high school stoner, and I'm not far enough in the game yet to disprove that.
Where am I? What's happening?
And I don't recognize her voice actor offhand, which could be a good thing and a bad thing.
I'm trapped in a storm? How did I get here? And where is here? Wait, there's the lighthouse. I'll be safe if I can make it there. I hope. Please let me make it there.
So while we walk, my plan for this game is that it's going to fill in the void for Resident Evil after I clear Chris's game. And once I finish this, which is probably going to be like 5 or 6 parts, I guess. I haven't actually finished it yet, so I don't have a good guess of how long it lasts. Then I'll go back and do Jill's game. In the meantime, we have to come over here, and you can tell from the damage up here that it kind of looks like a tornado tore through the area, don't you think? We have uprooted trees, smashed crap, bricks. Looks like someone had a fire there. And when we look over here, holy crap, there was some truth to that assumption. Although this is more of a hurricane.
Holy shit.
Maybe it's just a tropical storm. I could be overestimating it. You know what, let's call that Hurricane Hero.
Whoa.
And now we're in class.
That was so surreal.
Dreams tend to be surreal.
Little pieces of time.
And here you can see the
But he
echo
could be
thing.
talking about photography, as he likely was.
Okay, I'm in class. Everything's cool.
So when the camera's not moving, I don't have
Okay.
that echo problem, but when the camera is
to
moving,
shadow.
I do.
From color to chiaroscuro. Now, can you give me an example of a photographer who perfectly captured the human condition in
I
black and
didn't
white?
fall asleep, and that sure didn't feel like a dream.
Bueller?
Weird.
Diane Arbus.
Acid's a hell of a drug.
There you go, Victoria.
And on that note,
Why
we can now
Arbus?
start examining things. You
Because of her
left-click
images of
on
hopeless
the
faces.
thing in
We
question,
feel
and then
like
you
totally
move
haunted
the
by the eyes
mouse
of those
to your
sad
different
mothers and
options.
children.
So let's look at the picture.
She saw human.
Look at this crap. How can I show this to Mr. Jefferson? I can hear the class laughing at me now.
He's a hippie, he'll buy anything.
Humanity is tortured, right?
So your
And
options are
frankly,
looking at
it's
your
bullshit.
pencil case, your journal. I'm going to pull the
Keep that
journal.
to yourself.
If anybody else looked at this, what would they think?
Now, I'm not going to read this out, or I'm going to stay on it for very long. I'm going to stay about 3 seconds per page, so if you want to read it, you need to pause it. And we're starting now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the last page. 1, 2, 3. So here are options we can look at. I don't remember what this is. Oh, that's the journal. So this is our reading material. Here we have our cast. We have the pictures. You get achievements for taking the optional pictures. These are the 10 there in the first chapter. And these are basically clues on where to find them. So this one is in the classroom, this one's outside of the school, and we'll find the rest as we go. Here, I don't really know what the folder is, and here are your text messages that allow you to interact with other people. So let's close this.
Seriously though,
And
I
to
could frame
move
any
the
one of you in a
story
dark corner.
Forward, you need
capture
to
in
take a
moment of
selfie.
desperation.
Obnoxious, I know.
And any one of you could do that to me. Isn't that too easy? Too obvious? Shh. I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a wonderful photographic tradition. And Max has a gift. Of course, as you all know, the photo portrait has been popular since the early 1800s. Your generation was not the first to use images for selfie expression. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I hate the guy
The point
already.
remains that the
That's
portraiture
ignoring
has
his
always been a
multicolored
vital
glass
aspect of art
frames.
and photography for as long as it's been around. Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
So, eventually you will have to answer this, but in the meantime, we're just gonna go with you asking
You're
me.
asking me? Let me think.
You either know this or not, Max. Is there anybody here who knows
Freaking
this stuff?
hipsters.
Louis Daguerre was a French painter who created daguerreotypes, a process that gave portraits a sharp reflective style like a mirror. Now you're totally stuck in the retro zone. Sad face.
And there's our prep moron.
Very good, Victoria. The
Now we need to
Daguerrean
wait for the bell
process
to
brought
move
out fine
forward.
detail in people's faces, making them extremely popular from the 1800s onward. The first American daguerreotype self-portrait was done by Robert Cornelius. You can find out all about him in your textbook,
Lame.
or even online.
But online
Guys,
has
don't
YouTube.
forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes contest. I'll fly out with the winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the art world. It's great exposure.
Let's not
and
make
can
joke
kickstart
about
a
him in
career
San
photography.
Francisco.
So Stella and Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
And sooner or later he'll take the hint. So, in true point-and-click fashion, there is a lot of things for you to interact with in
Victoria
the
doesn't waste a
environment.
second kissing ass.
Most of your stuff is just look commands, sadly, but every once in a while you'll find something different. So if we look at the tablet,
I should have known. She'll have better equipment than Blackwell.
yeah, $5 on a camera? I don't think so. Meanwhile, you can also pick up the note that was thrown at our buddy Kate.
Now I wish I wouldn't have read this.
Dear Kate, we love your porn
Purge.
video. Hugs and Kisses, Blackwell Academy. And I'm assuming that's Hugs and Kisses, but there's a chance they may not actually know how to spell ox. And you can talk to Kate if you so choose.
Hi, Kate.
Oh, hi Max.
She looks like a zombie.
You seem quiet today.
Just thinking too much.
I hear that. Want to go grab a cup of tea and bitch about life?
Thanks, but not today. I have to go over homework.
I don't
No
know what it
worries.
is with Indy's
Let's hang
obsession
later.
with
Sure.
tea. I've seen that so many freaking places that I'm finally calling them out about it. Even though this is not exactly an indie game, you'll see in a second when we get outside into the hallway. So here is the first of the optional pictures that you can take. Rachel Amber, Love Forever. So when you take this picture, you get an achievement. You get an achievement for each one of the 10, and then you get one for getting all 10. You can either go up there and talk to them, or you can just walk over here and trigger the scene.
I see you, Max Caulfield. Don't even think about leaving here until we talk about your entry.
And now you have to talk to Mr. Hipster.
I'd never let one of photography's future stars avoid handing in her picture.
Do I have to?
Do I have to? I just don't think it's that big a deal.
Max, you're a better photographer than a liar. Now, I know it's a drag to hear some old dude lecture you, but life won't wait for you to play catch-up. You're young, the world is yours, blah, 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 right? But you do have a gift. You have the fever to take images, to frame the world only the way you envision it. Now, all you need is the courage to share your gift with others. And that's what separates the artist from the amateur.
And on that note, we can finally blow this pop stand and go find somewhere else to hang out.
How cute I looked, yeah.
And here are the intro credits.
Welcome to the real world.
Cute. Then I might send you a special.
That's the science teacher. We'll meet her near the end of this video.
Because Max wants everybody to see how hip she is. She plays it so sharp.
I need a serious timeout in the bathroom. Splash water on my face and make sure I don't look like a total loser.
And right here you can see the game was published by Square Enix, the Final Fantasy and Star Ocean people. But on the other hand, it was not developed by them. It was developed by Don't Nod. They are the developers of the game Remember Me, I believe. So they're not the largest, and, well, I don't really have any plans to ever cover Remember Me, so this is going to be their game on my channel until they come out with something else. Life is Strange, Episode 1, Chrysalis. So right here is the locker that our protagonist owns.
I love that picture of Mom and Dad. Hello, Jack. Kiss, kiss. Andy, you look totally fabulous, as usual.
And to move forward with the storyline, we have to go to the bathroom. I think eventually you'll interact with other students. It could be in the next episode or even later on in the game. For this one, we're just going to be doing the bathroom events, and then we'll be calling it a video. If you're wondering how long those bathroom events are, you're about to find out. Oh yeah, I forgot to point out one thing. Every once in a while you will find things in the environment. Some of these overlap, like the missing person poster. We'll be seeing those all over the place. That's why I'm not going to interact with them. But one of the good ones that I almost walked right past is this one over here. Gun-free zone.
Good thing I left my AK at home.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty random thing to find in a school, but I don't know what kind of school this is just yet. Didn't see any bars over the windows, so
Empty. Good. Nobody can see my meltdown.
maybe a little
Except for
tame.
me.
So here is graffiti. Rachel Amber is a bitch.
Now, who would bother to write that crap?
Rachel Amber is the missing girl on the poster, if you didn't know. Let's look at the mirror.
I feel like the universe is taunting me everywhere I go today. It all started with that bizarro dream in class. Am I going crazy?
Yes, embrace it. And there are other things for you to look at, such as the poster, other posters, and this is the last one that I want to show before we move forward in the story.
This poster must drive people to have sex.
So, yes, you can read it there. Meanwhile, we have the all-seeing eye in the bathroom. I hate Victoria Chase, etc., etc. But let's just use the sink and get on with the storyline.
Just relax. Stop torturing yourself. You have a gift.
Does the gift have a receipt?
Fuck it.
Now that I think about it, this might be the game with the harshest language on
When
my
a door
channel.
closes, a window opens. Or something like that.
Anyone else getting any Persona
you don't get a photo
vibes?
op like this every day.
Is Philemon gonna pop out any second now and ask us if we remember our name?
Whoa, where did that butterfly come
The
from?
Sea of Our Soul?
It doesn't look like any kind I've ever seen before. The blue wings are practically glowing. I can almost feel the air moving around me. The butterfly feels almost like a spirit.
It's Philemon, I tell you. Philemon! And now we have some creep
cool,
in the
mate.
girls' bathroom.
Don't stress. You're okay, bro. Just count to 3. Don't be scared. You own this school. If I wanted, I could blow it up. You're the boss. So what do you want?
I hope you check the perimeter, as my step-ass would say. Now, let's talk business.
I got nothing for you.
Wrong. You got hella cash.
Hella.
That's my family, not me.
Oh, boo-hoo, poor little rich kid. I know you've been pumping drugs and shit to kids around here. I bet your respectable family would help me out if I went to them. Man, I can see the headlines now.
Leave them out of this bitch.
I can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where did you get that? What are you doing? Come on, put that thing down!
Don't ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me!
You are going to get in hella more trouble
Hella
for this
again?
than drugs.
Shoot her.
Nobody
She deserves
would
it.
ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho! No!
Trust me, she had it coming. No one says hella anymore. But here is the premise of the game. You have the ability... Wait for it. To rewind time.
Whoa. What the fuck? How? How can that be?
But we
That
overshot it a bit.
I was in the bathroom. He shot that poor girl. I held up my hand. And then I was back here.
Watch out, the camera.
These pieces of time can frame us in our
I already heard this lecture.
from light to shadow, from color to
Now
cure.
Kate is being hassled again. And if Victoria's phone rings, this is real.
And here goes
Now,
the camera.
Can you give me an example of a
Man, I
photographer
cannot
who
believe
perfectly
this.
captured the human condition in black and white?
So we can't take
Okay,
the selfie
if
anymore
I'm
to
crazy,
progress the
I might
scene.
as well go all the way.
So our only option is
Can I actually reverse time?
Victoria?
to turn back time. So there must be something of immense...
I did it.
Can you give
I
me an
actually
example
did
of
it.
a photographer who perfectly
I'm a
captured the
human
human condition
time
in black
machine.
and white?
immense importance for taking that selfie.
Anybody?
And to move forward, we
Max,
have to take
don't
it
freak
once
out.
again.
Not yet.
There you go, Victoria. Why Arvis?
Because of her images.
So
of
even
her-
though
took
you
my
rewind
selfie,
time a bit,
Jefferson
there
asked
are
me a
things you can do to
question.
skip scenes you've already
If he does
seen.
again, I'll know this is for real.
You kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a
Well, it
wonderful
looks like we
photographic
can't skip
tradition.
here yet.
And Max has a gift.
I know I'm not
Of
dreaming
course,
this.
as you all know, the
It's
photo
real.
portrait has been
I
popular
can tell.
since the early 1800s. Your generation was
So
not
I
the
can
first
go
to
back
use
in
it
time.
for selfie expression.
What if that girl isn't dead yet?
The point remains
Can I
that
save
the
her?
portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art and photography for as
I need to go to the bathroom quickly and check it out.
Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
So we have different options this time. Let's try I Feel Sick.
I'm sorry. I feel sick. May I be excused?
Nice try, Max. But you're not going to get away that easy. We can talk more after class. Is there anybody here
Oh,
who
shit.
knows their
Jefferson wants to keep me after
Louis Daguerre
class.
was a French painter.
And I need
who
time to
created
save that girl.
daguerreotypes. A process that gives portraits a sharp reflective
So
style.
right there
like
you
a
saw the
mirror.
problem with the camera
Now
panning
you're
and the
totally stuck
repeat.
in the retro zone. Sad face.
Very good, Victoria.
What if I rewind again and give him the right answer?
And you can speed this up by holding shift.
Max, since you've captured our
I'm
interest
going to
in
push
crypt-
space to skip to the choice. Daguerrean
The
process.
Daguerrean process, invented by a French painter named Louis Daguerre around 1830.
Somebody has been reading as well as posing. Nice work, Max. The Daguerrean process made portraiture hugely popular, mainly because it gave the subjects clear, defined features. You
And
can
we have to
learn
wait for
more
the
when
bell
you
once
actually
again.
finish reading the assigned chapters. Max is so far way ahead of everyone.
Sadly,
Guys, don't
compliments don't
forget
mean
the
too much when
deadline
they
to
come
submit
from
a photo
hipster
in the Everyday
teachers.
Heroes contest. I'll
It'd only
fly
be
out
worse
to
if he
win
had
to
his
San
collar
Francisco,
popped,
where
too.
you'll be feted by the art world. It's
Then I
great
think someone
exposure
would've
and
kicked
can
his ass
kickstart a
already.
career in photography. So Stella and Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
Max, you are not crazy. You are not dreaming. It's time to be an everyday hero.
Everyday hero with time traveling powers.
Yes, Victoria, you still have to. I see you, Max Caulfield. Don't even
And I
think
can't
about
help
leaving
wonder
here
if her
until we
last name
talk about your
Caulfield is a reference to Catcher in the Rye.
I'd never let one of photography's future
Hit space. It's asking you if you have the picture. I'm not avoiding.
I'm not avoiding, just...
biding time, waiting for the elusive right moment.
Exactly.
Max, don't wait too long. John Lennon once said that life is what happens while you're busy making other plans.
Yeah, I take my advice from someone
Go
more
on.
important than a beetle.
Don't let me stop you.
So we can use the control button to automatically go back to the choice, and we can say something different.
know, Mr. Jefferson.
And this time we can
I just
actually
worked
interrupt
so
them to
hard
see
in
the other
shop,
part of
and
the scene.
I'm sure you know what it's like.
Excuse me, Mr. Jefferson, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yes. Excuse you.
No, Victoria. Excuse us. I'd never let one of photography's future stars
And hit
avoid...
space again, and we can talk about the commie
I'm on
beetle.
top of it. I think John Lennon once said that life is what happens while you're busy making other plans.
Max, you're on fire today. All the right answers. Good. Make sure you finish working on it by today. I have faith in you.
And now we can go to the bathroom and resolve that event.
I hope I have enough time to get to the bathroom. Please, please.
And I'm just gonna run there.
I
I'm not
can't
gonna
tell
interact with
anybody.
anything else in the
They'll
hallway.
think I'm crazy.
You know I don't tease.
I hate that science class with those nerds.
Okay, Max, retrace every step. I washed my face. I shredded my photo. Then the butterfly flew in.
From the sea of
And I
our
took
soul.
a photo.
And I don't think you can save her on the first
I can
try. You
tell
actually have to
everybody
rewind
Nathan Prescott is
once
a
just due to
punk-ass who
the way
begs like a
timing
little
plays
girl
out.
and talks to himself.
You don't know who the fuck
So we have to
I
mess
am
with the
or who
fire
you're messing
alarm there.
around with.
Where did you get that? What are you doing?
Don't
Come on, put that thing
ever
down.
Tell me what to do.
I
I'm
need
so
a hammer to break it open.
You're trying to control me.
You
So we
are
need to
gonna
move
get
this
in
to get the
hella more
hammer.
trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would ever
We need
even
the
miss
hammer.
your punk ass, would they?
And
Get
now,
away
boom.
from me, psycho!
Holy shit, I can't let this happen.
So we need to
If I can
rewind
reverse
time.
again, I can help her.
Going
And
to get
here
in
we have
hella
enough
more
time for
trouble
me to use
this
the
than
hammer that we
drugs.
picked up
Nobody
to set off
would
the alarm.
ever even miss your punk ass, would they? No way.
Don't ever touch me again, freak!
Another shitty day.
And I couldn't tell by the
That did
door if
not
that's supposed to be
happen.
toilet paper or
This
duct tape.
cannot be real.
Can't really see from here.
I just saw a girl get shot and then saved her. What the fuck is going on? Do
Some
not
big rolls.
freak out.
And we're going to be making two choices in this video that are supposed to have storyline significance.
Do you hear that fire alarm?
First one in a
That
second.
means you should be outside.
I had to use the bathroom.
Girls always use that excuse.
Excuse for what?
For whatever you're up to, your face is covered in guilt.
The alarm tripped me out.
Then trip on out of here, Missy.
Funny how
Or
they're
you
using the
hiding
word
something.
trip.
Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Madsen. The situation is under control. There's no emergency here. Leave Miss Caulfield alone, and please turn off that alarm since that's your job.
And now we can go talk to the principal and make the first choice.
You look a little stressed out. Are you okay?
I'm just a little worried about my future.
You're sweating pinballs. Is that all you're thinking about? You can always be upfront with me, Max. Or have you done something wrong? Is that it? Well, Max, talk to me.
So our option now is to report Nathan or hide the truth. We're gonna snitch on him.
I just saw Nathan Prescott waving a gun around in the girls' room.
Nathan Prescott. You sure?
Yes, he was in the bathroom talking to himself with a gun. I saw everything. He was babbling like crazy.
Okay, slow down. Slow down. So now you saw this without him seeing you.
I was hiding behind a stall. I have the right to be there. It's the girls' room.
I know. I just want to be completely clear what happened. Mr. Prescott happens to be from the town's most distinguished family, and one of Blackwell's most honored students. So it's hard for me to see him brandishing a weapon in the girls' bathroom. So what happened next?
Then he left. I ran out here wondering what to do. Are you gonna bust him?
This is a serious charge. I'll look into the matter personally. Thank you for bringing it to my attention.
That's it? After what I told
We'll
you?
continue this discussion later in my office. Please go outside with the rest of your class now, Miss Caulfield.
So
Of course,
the
this
butterfly
academic drone
icon
won't do
means
anything, since the Prescott family owns
there's going to be
Blackwell
consequences
now.
for that action.
Should I rewind and change my
You
story?
have the option to rewind time at points to change things if you want to, but once you leave the area, as the text on the top says, that's it for being able to change your mind. So, our choice is now set in stone.
Would Nathan Prescott please come to the front office? Thank you.
Rachel Amber. She looks so hopeful and pretty. I wonder what happened to her.
You only get this scene if you didn't look for her poster while you were in school. If you spot it anywhere else, then this won't pop up. So the second choice we need to make before I can put a break in the video is talking to the science teacher here.
Hi, Miss Grant.
Excuse me, Max. I know everybody loves being asked to sign a petition.
Peace
But
sign
would you
necklace.
do Miss Grant a favor
Wow.
and hear me out?
How many hippies do they have teaching here?
Sure, I always have time for you. What's the petition?
David Madsen, our chief of security, wants to put surveillance cameras all around the campus. Halls, classrooms, gym, dorm rooms, etc. Blackwell Academy should be a high school, not a high-security penitentiary.
So you got your options. The Madsen guy is the guy that we fought with outside the girls' bathroom, if you remember. We asked him if that's crazy or it could have helped Rachel.
I guess cameras could have helped Rachel. I can see both sides.
You're fair-minded, Max. And we all pray Rachel is found safe and sound, bless her
Funny to hear a
soul.
hippie talking about praying.
But this petition isn't about her. Blackwell Academy has a noble heritage. From the Native Americans who founded this land to the pioneers who shared it in peace.
I remember the
not
pioneers
fear and
being
violence.
peaceful with the Indians. Blackwell is that old?
Blackwell is that old? That's incredible.
You should learn a little history about your alma mater. You'll find some fascinating facts. There's a lot of power in this region. I think it helps the creative juices flow around here. Now, before I assign
Liberal
you
arts
homework
school,
with
isn't
this
it?
lecture, will you please sign the petition to keep our campus from going back to 1984?
Well, we have the power to actually go back to 1984. Just have to hold the right mouse button long enough, I guess.
Absolutely. I don't mind security, but not pure surveillance.
I knew you were my favorite new student at Blackwell for a good reason.
It's only awkward for the only name on the list. So another action that will have consequences. But anyway, there are a few things you can do here. That's not the squirrel we're looking for. Because if you remember the picture, the one we're looking for stole someone's beer. It may say cola on the side, but this is a school, they don't drink cola there. We'll have to find that squirrel in a later video. But the other thing that was there, if you may have noticed, is... Oh yeah, we have to do the text message thing.
I better read Warren's text before he blows.
So one thing I don't like is how they speed through this. You have to kind of wait for them to finish, and then you can scroll to the top and find out what's going on. Do you want to meet for coffee after school? Finally. Someone saying coffee instead of tea. I need an excuse not to study. Please. Then the next day. Make sure you check out Necromantic on my flash drive. And then 2 days later, hey Mad Max, let's bust shit up. Then he sent out, wait, I have to study for a physics test, so if we bust anything, we also have to measure its velocity. Don't ignore this message. Then today, he just sent, hi Max, can you get my flash drive? I need some info, in space. Hello? Sorry, running late, insane day. I'll meet you in the lot, looking cool, you'll see. My camera will be ready, see you shortly. I hope so. And while we're here, the picture in question is this one right here. So we're looking for an old dude with a beard.
Okay, I better get to my dorm and grab that flash drive.
And the one in question can be found up here. So if you look at the statue, we have the photo option. So by taking this, you then get the second photo achievement. And we're closer to getting the one for getting all of the photos in one playthrough, I think. But otherwise, we're going to wrap things up here. If you want, you can sit by a tree, watch stuff pass by. But that will have to be on your time. When we come back, we'll move forward with the storyline, see if we can nab 2 more pictures, and start to figure out what exactly is going on, why we have this power, and what we need to do with it. But until... oh yeah, I just remember the school mascot thing is Bigfoot. Right. Anyway, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.